Yeah, that's what I
Anthony,
was
can you hear us? He's probably
trying to
still
get it
getting ready.
figured
He's
out.
in here, so he'll hop on.
Nice.
Yeah, man, we might need to hit you up for some cooking lessons.
Hell, I'll like if there's let's see. I don't think y'all are on the bill for Unity Fest in Lubbock, are y'all?
Uh,
No, we
I don't
got
think
hit
so.
up about it, but it was they like hit us up and then they're like, "Oh wait, we already have like 20 bands." So they were like, "We'd love for y'all to be on there, but there's just so many bands already." Uh so we were going to, but ended up kind of like it filled up. We sometimes it takes us a little bit to figure out if we can all get free to do shows and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just because we all have kind of like random schedules. So for that one, we weren't able to get on it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like we all work full time too.
Yeah,
So
I'd assume
um,
living in Midland, some of y'all are oil field also, which is crazy hours sometimes.
yeah, so that would be Staten is his dad owns Aries Oil Company, and then Anthony is a welder now. So he's out welding in the oil field, and then I'm a automation engineer down in Austin, Texas, doing robotics and stuff like that.
Oh
And then
wow.
Parker's been killing it actually with Domino's and stuff. He's been there forever, but like honest to God, he there's some months where he probably makes more than all of us, which is kind of crazy, out in the oil field.
Oh yeah,
But
man. And I hate how like it's such a looked down upon field of work because like my brothers both work in the oil field also and they pull in what I make in a month probably in a week. And they tell me most days they're usually out there just literally twiddling their thumbs because they've gotten so bored of being on Facebook or whatever and I'm there busting my ass like constantly.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in with the oil field too, though. It's you got to follow the money, you know what I mean. But sadly, I think it might be going down. Which I say sadly, but for me right now, that's like cheaper gas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Um,
I just hope because I've got a lot of buddies that are in oil field. I just don't like seeing them lose work.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things about growing up, just I've lived in Midland pretty much my whole life, and so one of the things is I've seen oil go up and down and up and down and up and down, and uh, I know it's tough for a lot of people because they kind of rely on it to stay up. But one of the things I don't know, I kind of find comfort that it's been like this before, and I feel like after a little bit, like especially with the coronavirus scare and everything, it's kind of hit a lot of different stuff. And once we can get through that, I think it'll pick back up.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I was just hoping that I wouldn't lose work, which I haven't, obviously, because people always need to eat and they don't want to stay at home and listen to the government. Whatever. But like in
Exactly.
Italy, they had 200 people die or whatever. I think it was up to like 900 in a day. But their government was like they're not going to be charged rent or mortgage or anything like that. I really think America would not do that. They'd probably just be like, yeah, yeah, go fuck yourself, which is sad, man. I don't like to get into politics, so I'm not going to go too far of it. But I really hate our country, man.
there's
It's a
yeah, there's definitely some stuff that like other countries have a one up on us for sure. Stuff like that, obviously healthcare and stuff like that. And like you said, I'm not going to get too into it, but I agree with you on some front that especially stuff like that. Other countries have it down, and I think we're behind in some areas for sure.
well, I wish we could get Anthony in here and
Anthony,
see.
can you hear us?
He can probably hear us, but I don't know why it takes whatever like a little bit to get the voice on. Same thing happened with Parker. Mhm.
Yeah, I had to go into my phone permissions and enable it for Discord because it wasn't automatically enabled, and then I had to enable the overlay for it to work. It was really weird.
Heard. And it's sad because I'm almost out of questions, honestly. I mean, I'm sure we could come up with something to talk about, but let's see. So y'all have been in middle, or you wait, you work in Austin, so do you live in Austin?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I grew up in Odessa, Midland, just like these guys, and that's how I knew them was um, from school and stuff like that. But when I graduated, I went to Texas Tech, so I lived in Lubbock for a while, and then moved down to Austin afterwards. And yeah, I work there full time now and live down there, so it's kind of a pain, like getting together and practicing and whatnot. But we make it work.
Oh yeah. And I mean, with the music y'all be putting out, y'all do a pretty damn good job at it, in my opinion. So
Well, I
y'all know
appreciate it.
Rock the Desert then?
Yeah,
Yes.
Did
yeah,
y'all
we know those
ever
guys.
go to that younger?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember I saw, who did I see there? The best one I went to, they had, I can't remember who. I want to say Haste the Day might have been there. I'm not sure about that one though, because they're a little too heavy for Rock the Desert. But I know Emery was there. I fucking love Emery, man, and they kicked ass, dude. It was, we got in trouble and taken to the security tent for starting a mosh pit.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, they like my buddy lost his shoe in the mosh pit, and they wouldn't give it back to him for like 45 minutes because they were just mad and being petty. Like it was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
So I do this really dumb thing. I call it the metal dragon. Whenever like a super slow breakdown or something like hits, it's hard to describe, but just imagine a majestic crane or dragon like flapping its wings really slowly. And that kind of describes it. So when Fit for a King played at Rock the Desert, I did that in the quote pit that wasn't existent. And I think it was the bassist. Like I went by their merch tent or whatever right after they played and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, you were the dude doing the thing with the flap in the wings and stuff." Like, so he recognized me. I didn't think they could even see me down there, but it was really funny.
I love Fit for a King, man. I saw them. They were in Dos Amigos with August Burns Red and Crystal Lake and Miss May. They are kick ass live, man.
Dude, I was at that show. I got my face busted open.
Damn it. That was actually, I had literally just gotten out of jail I was in jail for 45 days because past bullshit. And like 2 weeks later, that show was happening. I was like, hell yeah, we're going.
That's awesome.
And it's actually funny because like, I don't want to talk about it, but in jail, I was kind of like Christian. I don't know. And as soon as I got out, I was like, yeah, no, that's stupid. So I was reading Jake Lurs. He wrote a devotional, right? Because they're Christians or whatever. And I got him to sign it at that show. And I was really happy about that. I've loved that band for a long time, man. August Burns Red. I remember seeing them at like in Lubbock at what the fuck was that place called? Cactus Courtyard, like with As I
Oh
Lay
yeah.
Dying, like when not was it Constellations just came out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been listening to them for a long time. So I've only been to like I guess I've only been to Dos Amigos and Odessa. Are there any other venues?
Uh,
I'm sure there are.
Man, that's kind of the big one. They've got the this new local one that I really like is Cactus House. We played there a couple times, and it's pretty cool, man. It's low key, but all the guys are super mellow, and they're trying to like really get the local scene back up. So they've started getting in some bigger names and stuff like that. But it's just a good time, man. Everybody goes in and throws down, and there's not like a riser or anything, so you're pretty much face level with everybody else. So it's really intimate setting, but it's a good time. But I think those are the only two in Odessa right now. It's like Dose and Cactus House, pretty much. That's kind of it.
Yeah. I've been seeing about this Cactus House. I want to check it out. I think what was the show that I just saw? And just to Anthony, I know you're trying, but we're probably about to wrap it up anyway because I've got stuff to do around the house and some other stuff to do later on. Oh, it looks like his voice might be working now. I don't know.
Hey,
But,
Skunk, say something.
if not, I will be there April 10th in Lubbock with my gear, and I've been talking with Kiefer. I think he's gonna get with the guys at Prima Vista and hopefully get to use the green room. So we'll do a episode there.
Oh, sweet.
That'd
So
be awesome.
fret not. Yeah, have y'all been to this Prima Vista place yet?
No, I haven't.
I
I
saw
heard it's
this
nice.
Friday the 13th show, and the stage looks huge, man.
Oh, that's where that was at.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw some of the videos and stuff. It looked like a really cool place.
yeah, and I think like Jake's has been like the staple of Lubbock for a long time, but I've been seeing a lot of shows have either been changed to that place or something like that, and I'm really excited for it, man.
Yeah, that'll be awesome to see.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have the green room finished by then, and we'll do an episode because that's a killer lineup. It's y'all, Crafting the Conspiracy, which they've been on before. Who? So
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
y'all
awesome.
didn't hear talking about the fucking nachos. That shit was funny. And then I want to say Neon Graves. Or
Yeah, Neon Grey. I just listened to that album they put out. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're really
I
cool.
was,
There's
you know,
one more, isn't there? I'm,
is Brightburn playing?
I was thinking Brightburn, but I want to say it's somebody else. Let me real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm about to look it up.
I hate doing this because my keyboard's very loud on the recording.
Tea with Titans.
Oh, yeah, I just did a 420 extravaganza with them. I mean, we recorded it on March 10th, but it's coming out on 420. So, but yeah, those guys are really good too. I don't know if you've seen their music video, but it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, those guys are awesome, man. John and those guys are like, we're all real good buds, and they're freaking hilarious. We always have a good time hanging out with them.
Well, we're all gonna get to hang out together, and maybe we'll do. Hopefully, I'm trying to get in. Like my wife keeps saying, I'm getting ahead of myself. The podcast has been doing fairly well. Like I've gotten with the publicist of Fit for a King. They were playing May 29th, but I think it got moved to like July 2nd at Jake's. It's Fit for a King, Chelsea Grin, Alpha Wolf, which is fucking badass. And it would have been Crystal Lake, but I think Crystal Lake had to bail due to circumstances with the sickness and shit. But hopefully I'll get to get with Fit for a King for an episode, man. That would be fucking amazing.
Nice, heck yeah.
Yeah, man. Fingers crossed on that. But that's going to be a kick-ass show. I don't know if y'all have heard of Alpha Wolf. These guys are amazing.
Yeah,
Dude,
those guys are sick.
All those bands are amazing. I've gotten to see Fit for a King and Crystal Lake live before.
Yeah, they were in August Burns Red. That was Crystal Lake's
Yeah.
first time in America.
Dude, they were so good. I was blown away because I had like listened to a couple songs just because I like checking out some of the bands that I haven't heard of before and stuff. But yeah, dude, they absolutely killed it.
Well, so do y'all have any shows other than the 10th coming up?
Yeah, I think we have a couple, but I'm honestly normally pretty out of the loop on those. I just go when they tell me to go. But I think we have a couple coming up, right, Peach? Maybe.
Yeah, I know there's several that we've been hit up about, but we're kind of in the works of figuring out logistics and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
especially with the coronavirus stuff like happening and stuff. It's kind of like they're making sure that they're still able to put on the shows and stuff, and then two, just kind of working out details. We've actually had some people like hit us up for shows like next year. They're like, "Hey, I'm playing the show next year, or like in 9 months or something," and we're like, yeah, that sounds great."
Yeah, and those are pretty cool, man. Like those are like bigger festivals and stuff like that around the country, which I think for us like is a better fit now because, like we were saying earlier, we all work full time, so doing the whole tour thing is really hard, for us to all take off. So if we could do, festivals here and there, that would be super ideal because then we can, still have fun and play shows, but we're not having to take off like weeks at a time to get around.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's cool, man. That's crazy, though, 9 months in advance. Like that.
Yeah, this guy, he's not messing around, and he's done a pretty good job so far. He's like, I think Fit for a King's going to be on it, Silent Planet, August Burns Red. I think he just got clearance on it.
Thing.
Yeah, he's trying to make it kind of like what we were talking about earlier, kind of almost like a Warped Tour thing where it's like a stationary festival that's annual, and he's trying to make the first one happen in Florida this next year around spring break time.